Welcome back, everybody, to our playthrough of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last two segments, I know we started on Dawn of the first and second day, and I wanted to start on Dawn of the third day, but after completing our missions, I realized there's actually something we can do before we go on to the next part. And yeah, sorry if the video catches up for a minute and so does the audio, but that's beside the point right now. Man, this guy gets depressed pretty quickly, doesn't he? So basically right now what we're doing is being inside the milk bar after 10 o'clock on the second day. I don't know if this works on the first day also, but this is Toto. He's a band manager that of the band Mikau was in, and they got cancelled because of Lulu, all that stuff. So in order to get a mask for this particular thing, we have to do as he says, playing our instruments. As you can see, there are 4 spotlights, so we're going to bring all 4 transformations into this. What's the point of having this little jam session, you ask? Well, it all revolves around the circus leader Gorman himself. And at first he heckles us, calls us senseless racket and all that stuff. Oops, forgot to put on the other mask. But yeah, it's like I said earlier, I apologize for audio and video problems. I don't know if I've probably mentioned it before during this playthrough. I definitely have in the other one going on my channel right now, but I've been doing this on a laptop for the last 4 years or so, and now it's about on its way out, so I'm looking into getting a full desktop that'll have more capabilities and everything. But until that happens, I'm not sure when it will. Hopefully sooner rather than later, of course, but anyway, this is kind of a neat one, actually. I like the idea of the milk bar. And it was funny how Gorman, like, goes and gets so depressed so quickly and everything like that. It's like he literally just sits down and then lays his head down as if he's super depressed. I know this game has a lot of, like, adult undertones, and this is definitely one of them. Like, he's just getting drunk right now, there's no other way to put it. I mean, I know it's a milk bar, but at the same time, he's probably spiked milk with, I don't know, like eggnog, just mixing it in with bourbon or something. Like there's an Evan Williams eggnog that is spiked, of course. Amazing how, getting back on topic, you know, we are Mikau's image right now, but I guess we don't look enough like Mikau for Toto to recognize us. And yeah, that is a bitch to have to play on the in rhythm, which you don't have to do, but still, I like to. Ooh, and all of a sudden we can play a whole lot more than we did before. A pretty cool song. And after getting it all together, Gorman realizes what it is. Ballad of the Windfish. Or something like that. The original singer, who was Lulu, and her daughter, who's also Lulu. Not to be confused, of course. And he's sorry, but he's not really. And we get a very depressing mask, the circus leader's mask. This is the mask that actually we could have put on, except we didn't have it at the time, to get the other Gorman brothers to not attack us while we were delivering the milk. So now we can pretty much fast forward to the next day. Third day, I said the second day was the least intensive, and it is in terms of the Anju Cafe quest, but since we did Dawn of the final day, indeed. Yeah, I don't know. And since we did the milk delivery, it was more intense than I thought it would be. By comparison, I guess they're kind of equal in that respect, because they're is only like one thing we really have to do during the afternoon. And if you notice, I have time going regularly because we have to wait here until 1 o'clock. And I'll explain exactly what we have to do when the time gets closer. Thanks for reminding us that the moon is ever closer. I'll be right back. So you don't have to wait until exactly 1 o'clock, but you mean you can go in a little later if you want, but basically we're gonna head in here. And look who it is! It's the Curiosity Shop owner. And apparently he's known Cafe since he was a kid. Which, from this conversation, I can infer that the Curiosity Shop owner's like this old guy in middle age, like 50s or so. So he gives us a Keaton mask. By the way, this is another moment. Doesn't make much sense to you. The game assumes we're like naive idiots, but whatever. I'm gonna get the express mail. We're gonna take that to Mama. But yeah, basically the Curiosity Shop guy is way older, and I think from this I can infer that Cafe himself is in his like 20s or something. I don't know. But yeah, basically he told us that once Cafe saw Sakon, the thief who, you know, was the one who stole the bomb mask and all, or bomb bags and all that stuff, or tried to. Well, technically he did in this playthrough because, or this 3-day cycle, because we didn't stop him. If you do, that messes up the whole thing. I'm not exactly sure why, but it just does. So yeah, we're going to go to Iconic Canyon tonight. But before we do that tonight, like I said, that was the only thing we had to get. The first time we go through the Anju Cafe quest, we get the Keaton mask, which will come in handy for 1 heart piece. But for right now, all we have to do is fast forward to 6 o'clock, because that's the only thing we had to do. And there are 2 paths you can take from this point. The other path, we're going to take what is, for all intents and purposes, the best path to take. And that is going in to actually give the letter to Mama, which she gives us, well, you'll see. The other way is to take it to the postman, and have him deliver it. Oh, forgot we need to have on Cafe's mask before we speak to her. Here's Search Cafe. Of course we found him, and here's a letter for you. And she gives us a bottle with the beautiful Chateau Romani. So beautiful, tastes like a haircut. I don't know if anybody else knows what that's from, but it's from something that a lot of people hate or love, and I'm one of the guys who loves it, so yeah. Anyway, now we have to hurry real quickly. Press the wrong button there. We have to hurry real quickly to Iconic Canyon. Once you deliver the mail, you have to get there before 7 o'clock. And that's partly why taking it to the postman is not the best way to do it, because the postman delivers it, and when he does, it'll be after 7 o'clock. The reason you have to get here is because you have to make it all the way to Sakon's hideout before he actually gets in there. And you may notice I have the stone mask on right now, and that's because you'll see, but thanks, Octorok. You'll see he's actually headed towards his hideout right now. So, we're just gonna lightly jog. No real rush. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be 7 o'clock real soon, right? And there he is now. And right behind this stone over here is Cafe himself. And it's really important not to be seen. If you are, he, like, won't open his thing. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm not sure exactly what happens, but basically, you kind of screw everything up if he sees you. That's why it's important to have the stone mask. I don't believe it's necessary. I think you can run behind him and have him not see you, but still, it's just best not to have it. Have him see you, or, like, even risk it, you know? So, I'm not gonna risk speeding up time. I'm just gonna, you know, wait for him. I'm just messing around right now. Just wait until 7 o'clock. For a guy who jogs, he sure is taking his sweet time. How does one even do that? Like, jogging, but taking your time. Was he jogging in place or something? Well, once 7 o'clock hits... Apparently the password to opening his giant stone door is jogging in place right in front of it. Oh, now he moves quickly. And of course, Cafe runs right in behind him, and of course, so do we. And this is his hideout, and this is kind of intense. So he sees the mask. It's a sun mask that got stolen from him. I better not step on this giant switch in the... Gee, I wonder why that could have happened. Yeah, now you have done it. That switch was in plain sight. And, of course, once we meet up with him, Tattle gets resilient towards him again. I've heard theories as to why Tattle is such a bitch to Cafe all the time, but... I don't know. So yeah, the reason he needs us here is because we have to push all the switches, and the one... You actually get to control Cafe here, which is kind of cool, I think. For Cafe, you have to basically push the blue switches, and once that happens, the door opens on Link's side, and it's our task to fight enemies. And once again, here she's kind of mean. And I think one of the theories why is because, Cafe, while he might have been drunk one time, was messing around with Skull Kid while Tattle and Tail were with him. So they might not like him in general in the way that the Skull Kid doesn't, but still. I mean, by the way, don't step on the red switches. I think it's okay to step on the yellow ones, but I'm not quite sure. And there I go. Well, I think that basically cancels it out. This one's just a wolf. I have the Great Fairy Sword because it's easier to kill them all. Oh, why'd you go away? What the hell? Come on. Just... Oh, see targeting. Why will you not work? I mean, not that we're in a huge rush, because as you can tell, the conveyor belt is moving as slow as a snail. We still want to... Oh. Did I put myself in a pickle? Can I... Oh, jeez. Can I pull this one? Okay. I was worried I almost completely royally screwed myself over there, but... Thankfully not. Sun Mask isn't even anywhere to be seen, but oh, there it is. Yeah, the mask warped down the conveyor belt and was about to get thrown in. Thankfully, we stopped it in time. So again, it's best to have time slowed down for that. It makes it easier. I remember it being kind of tricky, but still, it goes slow enough to where it's not that hard. And why are we hanging on? Okay. It was odd. It hung on Cafe running for a long time. Shrug. But whatever. Now we head back to Clocktown. 'Cause that's exactly where he himself is headed with his mask to meet up with. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious who he's going to meet up with, but we are going to meet up with her first. And there's a little bit of a prize waiting for us once we get into the room. I don't know why I took off my bunny ears there. So we go into this once private room. It's now open. And here is Anju waiting for him. Okay, so she's gonna wait, and we open a chest. 100 rupees! Hey, hope you guys weren't saving this for your honeymoon, because I'm totally stealing it right now. And now that we have a good, decent amount of money, we're gonna go deposit it real quick. Don't worry, as you can tell, it gives you 6 minutes, game time minutes, but really, I mean, it goes really slowly, so don't feel pressured to get rid of your money. You can just get rid of it, because honestly, Cafe takes his time in getting back here. As you'll see, he's going to cut really close to like a minute and a half or so. And we, after depositing our rupees, man, only 1,900? I really have to step up on that. Probably off screen, one of the nights I'm going to grind for some rupees. Which is not really that difficult. Like I've stated, the best strategy for getting a bunch of rupees is just being outside of East Clocktown, leading to Iconic Canyon at night. That's where a lot of blue bubbles will be, and they'll just be respawning. But, like I said, I'll do that off-screen. Right now we're going to slow down time and wait for Cafe to take his sweet time getting here. And now time speeds up a little bit, but still not significantly. So, yeah, we're just going to chill here and wait for him to arrive, I guess. Oh, I hear footsteps coming up the stairs. And strobe lights for some reason. And this is quite possibly one of the most touching scenes in a video game. Good thing I'm not reading the text here, otherwise it'd be creepy. Oh. It really is so sweet to see them when they embrace and the sweet music starts playing. And then Tattle ruins it with this line. They're lovers, but they look just like a mother and child. That's creepy! If anybody's watched the Big Tip on a Bus's playthrough of this, he had this scene come by when he was doing a co-op with Brenna, and as you guys may or may not know, they're husband and wife now. And when that came in the playthrough, it showed them meeting, like they were in different states, but then, you know, she moved to where he was, and it was really sweet. I have no such thing to connect to this LP, so yeah. Just gonna fast forward, or rewind back to the 3 days now. My depressing, lonely existence. I don't want it to sound like I'm pitied, though. It's just that my girlfriend's in another part of the state. That's all. Anyways... Dawn of the first day again! Okay! So normally I would end here, because we finished the 3-day cycle, but... before I do, once we have the couple's mask... and now that we have enough time to do the Anju's grandmother side quest, I'm going to go ahead and do those. I'm not going to bother slowing down time because I have no real aim at this point Over the next couple videos, I'm probably just going to show a whole lot of side quests and different things, which are not day-intensive, thank God. I think I got all those out of the way now. So yeah, I'm just gonna get money, get paid, and, yeah, I'm just gonna stand around here waiting until 10 o'clock when the place opens. Yeah, and have the couple's mask on you, or cafe's mask, either one. I am going to do the whole quest again, though, probably off-screen, because, I have to do it in order to get another mask, which is achieved by going the other path, like I stated before, giving it to the postman, the priority mail, instead of to Mama. So yeah, there's Gorman walking up, taking his sweet time as always. And I don't think I've shown this scene yet, so there's a heated debate inside the mayor's office, which we will now listen in on. We have the guards here talking about, oh, we should flee, we should flee. And the mayor's caught in the middle as the strong-headed construction crew is like, we don't want to leave. It's tradition to stay here and do the carnival, right? Isn't that right? So basically, between Muto, the carpenter, I guess, and this guard whose name is Vissen. Yeah. Muto and Vissen and Mayor Dotur. Yeah, that's right. Let's not bring my wife into this. I love that. So while they're arguing, talk again with the couple's mask on. And that was an odd close-up. And they get reminded of a young couple being married. They're reminded of their own wives, of course. And Mayor Dotur finally grows some balls and says to them to shut up and do whatever they want. Which, I guess, is the best decision the mayor can make at any given moment. So now that all that is done, he gives us a heart piece. So yeah, you're not an unreliable mayor. Don't be hard on yourself. You just want to protect your family. Like your wife, and your son who has gone missing. It's very curious how all of the, basically all the parts of the storyline don't really seem to mix up. Like, yeah, you go ahead and get things done, but then you go back with a couple's mask, which signifies a couple getting married. But we got it from Anju and Cafe, who, now that we're back in time, aren't married. I don't know, let's just listen to a really long, boring story. Alright, call us Tortoise again, which I think is Anju's father's name. Yeah, she's a very confused old lady. So now we're going to listen to the story of the giants. The watered-down story of the giants, not the one that talks about further how the people eventually wanted to worship the giants more and decided that they wanted to kill the three goddesses by building a tower leading up to the heavens to kill them in honor of slaying them with the giants. Therefore, they built the giant's mask in order to combat them, and subsequently the the three goddesses gave them light arrows to where they would go down into hell, and yada 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 yada. Now, this just basically tells a story of how the Skull Kid, who apparently has been around forever, is connected to the four giants. And, yeah. Yeah, it says that they worship them like gods, but it doesn't go further than that. Now, this is very odd. You know that they sing a song, but you're supposed to say, I don't know. Because if you say the first one, it's the wrong answer. If you say, I don't know, she has pity on you and gives you a piece of heart anyway. Easy one to mess up, so not to forget about that one. I don't know why. It's just the game being mean, I guess. So yeah, like I said, the only 3-day intensive heart piece we have to get now, or it's not even the heart piece, the mask, is the postman's hat, which we'll get... I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be doing a lot of cutting and showing in the next few segments. So, yeah, lots of heart pieces to follow. Thank God we got that epically long quest over, so thank you guys for watching. Until next time, see you all later.